Hello and welcome to Tier Fun. I'm Andrew, your guide through Modern, and we're back from an accidental YouTube hiatus last week. We had that one video, but we're going to be a bit more consistent this week and hopefully going forward. I've been putting a lot of energy into Twitch recently, and shout out to everyone who's been able to make the streams and the people who've subscribed. That's been so incredibly awesome. Streaming's been a great time. But I still love YouTube, and I still very much want to be producing more consistent content than one video a week. I'm aiming for probably like 3 streams, 3 YouTubes. We'll see though. It's been hard for me to get a consistent schedule going, and apologies for that because, you know, this isn't quite 100% of my life yet. Maybe one day it will be, and I'll be able to be more consistent. But for the time being, we do what we can, and we squeeze in some videos when we have the time. So, yeah, apologies for the lack of consistent YouTube videos, but we're gonna be doing better going forward. I've got a better schedule now. I'm gonna try to record a little bit ahead of time, so I'm not always doing it day of. But anyways, now that we're past that, thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys are having a good time, and let's dive into this spicy Temur Vial list. This is a list I had fun on stream with I think it was Friday. Recently 5-0'd, which is crazy looking at it. It's kind of like the old Eternal command lists minus, you know, Cryptic command. And instead of that, we're a bit more proactive with our 4-drops with Huntmaster and Pia and Kieran. Probably, I'd say the best value 4-drops in these colors. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But yeah, it's like a boatload of good cards. Snapcasters, Lightning Bolts. Chart of Course is kind of neat here for reasons we're about to get into. But then you start seeing stuff, obviously no Lyrac. Then you start seeing stuff like Nest Invader. And you're like, okay, you don't really see that card played outside of whatever, Rise of Eldrazi block or Ramp or random cubes that have it. And then even weirder, we also have Colony Garden. Now, the original 5-0 list, Colony Garden, obviously just a forest that comes into play tapped and creates an 0-1 plant. The original 5-0 list had no ways to take advantage. You know, obviously this can just ramp. The Eldrazi spawn gets you colorless. But we have kind of 7 cards here that are creating bodies. And outside of just being very good against Liliana the Veil and buying time in general, the only thing we had to take care to use these bodies were like just triggering raid on Chart of Course, so you can just draw 2 cards, you know, which is value. That kind of the whole deck is just value. But these 2 slots were electrolyzes, and I was testing 2 Nissas. I think 2 Nissas is just fine, but I want to see if one of these swords might end up working. So we've been testing these 2 things to try to make use of the bodies left behind. Nest Invader's ramp has actually been kind of good for us. You can play a Tireless Tracker and then a land, which is pretty awesome. It's been nice getting immediate value out of Tracker, because a lot of the times you wind up waiting to cast Tracker on 4, just turn 4, so you can get the instant value. But in this deck, you don't really have to, thanks to Nest Invader. But it's good. It's good to have that -2 of Nissa. Also +1. It's this is a sneaky like 0-1 plant tribal list. So that part's on theme, and we have a lot of creatures, and we can flood the board pretty well, especially with Nest Invader and Colony Garden. That the -2 is very effective. We also have Sword of Light and Shadow as the sword that I'm using right now, just because it's the best against removal. And I think Delve threats are going to be big for us. We could go with Feast and Famine. It's been long considered the best quote-unquote mid-range sword outside of, you know, Fire and Ice when blue and red's good. In older formats, Fire and Ice is better. But I think Feast and Famine doesn't do enough for us here. Discarding a card and untapping our lands, like, we're planning on vialing in much with most of our threats. And I think Recursion and Life Gain is actually very important for this list, just to help us grind, because that's what I think this is all about. So the changes I've made, besides the ones I've noted, these 2 for Electrolyze. We also cut a Snapcaster and added a Lightning Bolt. This was running 4 Snapcasters, but with just 3 bolts, 3 Chart of Courses, and 2 Electrolyzes, that seemed kind of light for 4 Snapcasters. The sideboard is pretty much exactly the same. Opponent or original deck had Kozilek's Return and Blood Moon. I think Blood Moon's pretty awesome in this list, but I like Disdainful Stroke. Some of the decks that I'm worried about playing against were the any deck that's trying to cast Primeval Titan or Inferno Titan even. So this kind of comes in against Panza or Titan decks. It's also decent against Storm and the Eldrazi and Tron. So I think this one card helps shore up those matchups outside of Blood Moon, which I'm just testing out the blue. I mean, we have the blue, we might as well use it. And I also have an Engineered Explosives because Boggles seems like an absolute nightmare to deal with. Boggles is so bad that I almost considered running sort of Body or Feast and Famine just for the protection from green. But I think we're good enough. I think this is just too good in the abstract to want to mess around with just one Boggles list. Like if we play against Boggles, we're probably just going to lose unless we draw Engineered Explosives. So if you have a lot of Boggles, pack Back to Nature for sure. I almost had one in there anyways, just because there's enough enchantments running around that you can get away with it. Plus, it's lights out against Boggles. But yeah, that's the list. We'll see how it plays. It's got some interesting cards, and I'm excited to show you guys how it plays. I think it's a fun list, and let's hope the games bear that out. So let's get in. Okay, we are here for round one, and oh man, we immediately have the dreaded double Colony Guard in hand. So like, if we have a land on top, this is a great hand actually. And a turn 2 Aether Vial isn't the worst. And we have no other castable cards in our hand, I guess, outside of this Nest Invader. I think we'll keep it. It kind of sucks, but I think in the dark you keep this. We're immediately going to die unless we do not get a Lightning Bolt. And even if we do, I don't think Burn's a great Game 1 matchup as is. Wow. That being said, Aether Vial's really good against Eidolon. So we're going to jam that here. Hopefully we don't take too much more damage. Let's keep track. So we're taking 1 extra damage here for sure. Opponent playing Eidolon here. That's not so bad. Yep, there it is. Okay, so now we can start using these Colony Gardens to block, which is pretty sweet. Scalding Tarn. So we could play Tarn into Nest Invader, but I'm not really into that with this Eidolon on the battlefield, so let's just pass here. So Hidden Bone, also of note, these Colony Gardens create 0/1 plants, as you can see in the text. But Moto creates... Ooh, are you bolting face here? Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet for us. But Moto creates 0/1 Defender token plants with a blue 1 for some reason. 0/1. These can attack, even though they say Defender. I don't think we're going to be doing much attacking with them here. Okay. So let's block. So next turn we Violent a Nest Invader, and we can play 1, 2. We could potentially play Nissa if we draw or we want to shock. We're going to be playing this Huntmaster, so I think we can absorb this hit. Opponent's probably wondering what's taking us so long to make decisions. Sorry, opponent. It's too fun. Ooh, an Eidolon into an Eidolon. That's kind of awesome. So we will bolt in response. So we take 2, kind of unnecessarily, but so be it. Yes, use Aether Vial's ability. Well, so we can fetch up a basic forest here, get a Nissa. It does take 2. I think I'm okay. 2 cards in hand. So we're playing this next turn. So yeah, let's play the Nissa. I guess we get the we'll get the Forest. And we're gonna Vial in this Nest Invader here, and then minus. I think that's the best. Well, we could also plus Vial in the Nest Invader. This is close. I think we're gonna just get the most damage on the board. Yep. We'll -2 here, plussing next turn, and then hopefully minusing on Huntmaster, and then that'll just be good enough. So weird deck, as you can see. So this would have been an Electrolyze in the original build. I think the deck just functions a whole lot better with Nissa though. We don't need to get rid of this Eidolon. Wow, opponent can't even attack. That's great for us. Rift Bolt suspended. We're bringing this up to 3 because Vialing in a tracker is insane, and we don't really have any good 2-drops besides like Huntmaster. Yes, there's the tracker. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get 7 isn't much different from 8, so let's Vial in the tracker. Yep. So we're losing out on a lot of potential value, I suppose. In terms like the instant speed value, we're +1 here. We'll get the island even though it does reveal some information. Huntmaster gain 2 up to 9. And then we can attack with this Nest Invader. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, ooh, what do we got? Boros Charm? Okay. So we're still attacking, because now we have to start putting the pressure on. Opponent wants to trade off Eidolon here. I mean, I guess we're just getting the Swift Spear, because we're not casting spells for the rest of the game. We might be dead here. I guess I do just need 1 burn spell. Thanks to Rift Bolt. What this Rift Bolt does will say, I mean, there's no way they're not going Dome, right? Yeah, they got it. Okay. Could we have played around that? I guess if we had bolted the original Eidolon, that would have done it before it dealt damage. Because it technically dealt us 4. Yeah, we'd be at 1 here. They had it in hand, though. C'est la vie. Okay, well, we got that close. It's not the best matchup, as you saw, but we can kind of grind out of wins. Those are good. Light and Shadow seems good. I think we can just probably go down and Chart a Course and then run it back. Everything else is fine. We could run some Engineered Explosives, but I think that doesn't do too much. Pithing Needle, Relic, yada yada yada. Just get back in there. As you can see, Aether Vial plays around Eidolon pretty coolly. I'm sure it's well known to people who play Aether Vial this. This is my first Aether Vial deck, so it's a nice interaction that I hadn't thought of because it puts it onto the battlefield and doesn't cast. We have Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster. It's fine. To me, Snapcaster, during my stream, I cut down to 2, and then I also tried just without Snapcasters. I think it does just enough, especially post-board, when we bring in stuff like Disdainful Stroke. Like, having access to Snapcaster, Disdainful Stroke is almost enough reason for me to want to, like, in the matchups you want it, it's almost enough reason for me to want 4. Yoof, I think we mulligan this. Light and Shadow is great, but it's too slow in this hand. Well, we have Lightning Bolt. That'll be alright. Sure. So, the question here is leave up Bolt. I think we do. We're playing this Direfleet Daredevil next turn, more than likely. If they, well, maybe that's a good reason to not leave up Bolt, because we're going to play the Daredevil, and then we'll have Bolt from here on out. But if this is a creature, okay, this is good. So yeah, let's play Vial Pass. I'd like to get this Daredevil in on their turn for some value. Let's turn off the auto yields there. That would have been hilarious. Ooh, the old Rift Bolt, Naked Swift Spear. Okay, so we've got a chance this game. I think we might just jam Nissa here. We might just do that. So Direfleet, yeah, let's jam Nissa. I like jamming Nissa here, plussing, and then next turn we Vial in a Direfleet. Hopefully they play, I don't know, a burn spell, and we get some value off of it. But even then, I like this line too, because then we can Vial in on their turn, and then minus, or I guess we're Vialing in on our turn anyways, because for the minus value. Okay. So that's it. Opponent has 5 burn spells in hand, so we're dead if they start drawing lands. But we've got some ooh, okay. We've got some moves too. I did not expect to activate this sorcery speed so many times. Yes, we would love to play it. We're going to use green, because that's just a fun use of its ability. And let's crack in for 1 here. I think we -2 again, just to get max pressure, and this has done her duty. And a 4/2 first strike is insane against their list. First strike, excuse me. Honestly, just a 2, whatever we had, a 2/1 first strike is great against them too. So, judging by how they've played it out, they might have a handful of Eidolons, in which case we're going to stomp them. They don't have any 1-drop creatures. They would have played them, I assume. They suspended Riftbolt on turn 1, and I assume that meant they drew Swift Spear on their next turn, and they had a, whatever, that spell that we used. Lava Spike. Ooh, using a Path. Interesting. So I don't think Path is all that great against us. All of our creatures, they'd want a Path, just create value anyways, so let's just get the island. So I'm pretty happy with that. So now they bolt. Lava Spike. Nissa, probably? Nah. Dedicated. Yep, we tick up. We're probably ticking up to 4, just because we have a whole lot of 4-drops. This is about as good as it could go. Yeah, we're gonna... It's not that much. It's only 2 damage if we sacrifice our Nissa here. And getting a Direfleet Daredevil to Lava Spike them again. This time with a Forest again. I think that's just good value. So next turn, I think we minus is lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It would be at 4 here, but I think we got this one. There we go. All right, so we have a whole lot of duds, but that's pretty much how you hope to win the burn matchup. Either you assemble a quick and wide enough board, or they don't have quick creatures, and you get your quick wide board, or you draw into your lifelinkers. Path is good against Kitchen Finks, but I think that is literally the only card that that I wouldn't want to get pathed. So they're bringing in Path. I like our odds too. Further dilution. Ooh, man. Brutal hand. It's great, don't get me wrong. I think we keep. Maybe it isn't great. This is so close. Turn 1 Vial and Noble Hierarch is kind of what we all want to do. Alright, we're keeping. We're keeping. We're probably losing, but this is a bad matchup. Alright, so we're going to bolt turn 1. Please reveal a basic mountain. Colony Garden. Right on time. I guess we can play that turn 2. We could technically play it right now. I think we just have to... Well... We're already taking 2 from this. Down to 14. They did not mulligan. Yeah, let's just pass with the Vial. Ooh, we have to get rid of a card. Eternal Witness. A card I would like to sideboard out in this matchup. Okay. So Boros Charm may be in hand. Would love to have a basic forest, a basic land of some kind. Daredevil's not bad. We can't cast it, but it's not bad. So Boros Charm is in their hand. Colony Garden means we're okay with the... Colony Garden's surprisingly acceptable against this deck. And we're just going to play Aether Vial. We can Vial in Hierarch next turn. We could have played Hierarch, but I don't really want to expose it to a bolt here. Sorry, I got like... I don't know if you noticed, but I shaved off all my beard and left just a mustache because I hate myself. And this mustache is like furrowing its hairs into my nose right now. Eidolon, okay. Eidolon's just a card we don't care about, and it makes me wish I'd played this Aether Vial sooner. I probably should have. I think that's the big mistake so far. Oh, baby. So... I think we just play this slow. We can Vial and Hierarch in their end step and then play Huntmaster. And if something weird happens, which I don't expect it to... Yeah, I like this. I like this. Wouldn't have been too upset with the Colony Garden there, so we're blocking. Which is like, who's ever said that in their life? Unless you're playing a doubling season deck, I guess. Or an amulet deck. Colony Garden. Any deck that I guess plays... Ooh, they shocked. That's... Doesn't give me hope for this Noble Hierarch to survive. We need double... I think we get Steam Vents here. Yeah. Untap? Oh, please get to my main phase. Please get to my main phase. Really need to cast this. Okay. Ends up not mattering. So we can flash in the Daredevil on their turn to... Ooh, interesting. To rid us of that. So I think... We'll just jam Huntmaster here. And if they play like Lightning Bolt or something on our turn, we can play the Daredevil and maybe get value out of it. This is the path. Okay. Not a path? What's their hand? It has to be path, right? Oh, they could have a way to, like Skullcrack or something. Skullcrack's decent here. Skullcrack gets me. Searing Blaze does not get me, however. And we're never casting a creature again, so this Eidolon is not doing much. But I still want the Daredevil in play. Next turn, we are 100% vialing in a Witness and then casting Huntmaster. And then I think we're going to take this game. Fingers crossed. Ooh, interesting. Yep. Okay. We will get a land. Forest, island, swamp, I suppose. Green, green. Mountain. Mountain was the word I was looking for, not swamp. So opponent has 2 cards in hand. I'm tempted to vial in the Snapcaster and block. But we're going to vial in old Direfleet. Snapcaster could have value with this bolt. Let's get rid of Searing Blaze, I guess. So if they have something here, yeah, we're not playing that. I guess no. This is strictly worse than what my I should have clicked on path regardless. So they're bolting me here. Okay. Or pathing me, that's even better. I should have clicked on path regardless, because if they played something, then we get to path it. I guess forest is fine. So that was a punt. Okay. I like where we're at here. Yes, please. Ooh, and we have another one of these. So let's just not... Well, actually, let's do this... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do this pre-combat. Ooh, shit. Yeah, that was bad. That was my bad. I forgot about the Eidolon, because I was so certain we were never taking damage from it again. So that's 2 damage we didn't need to take. I'm trying to entice them into playing something here on this Noble Hierarch. In, I don't know, beginning of combat, but I don't think there's any way they do that. Yes. Eternal Witness. So that was back-to-back mini misplays, but I think we're doing alright. We're going to leave up the blue just to make them think. So they don't have a way to get rid to negate our life gain, and I think we're just good. I think we're just good here. We have Snapcaster to flip Huntmaster back around if they don't cast any spells. Yep. Alright, so Burn is not a good matchup, but we have good cards for it, right? And you saw that there. Like, I can't move this for some reason, but Huntmaster and Aether Vial really help against this. Eidolon is a very big pain for a deck like this if you don't have Aether Vial. And I think I should have I probably should have cast it earlier more often, like this game especially, but we did alright. So, yeah, we just played a pretty competitive match against, I think, not a good matchup. We didn't even draw any of our sideboard haymakers, really. And by sideboard haymaker, I mean kitchen finks. But yeah, I think if you're on the burn side of this, obviously, who's ever played against a Colony Garden deck, Temur Vial deck, right? But I think you want to be just stick to your life gain plan. Rely on your Skullcracks to not let us gain life from our creatures. Like Path to Exile, not going to cut it. Not going to cut it against us. And plus, you're just ramping us into more of them. So, yeah, free advice there. I think Path is not the best. But anyways, let's get into the next match. Pew. Okay, we are here for round 2 with Temur Vial. We have the OP combo of Colony Garden plus Aether Vial, so we are keeping. I think any land... Oh, is this another burn match? Doesn't look like it. Any hand, excusez-moi, with Aether Vial, you pretty much have to keep, unless it's horrendous. Aether Vial hands are so much better. So let's lead on Mountain here. Yeah, because I cast Lightning Bolt, and I think we might want to conserve our life total, question mark. We'll see. Let's hopefully... Ooh, Lotus Cobra. Very happy we have this Lightning Bolt. Yes, please. Bolt ya. Now, do we play the Colony Garden? Or do we shock to play another Aether Vial? This ticks up. I Yeah, I think we do shock. The question is... Yeah. Okay. And the answer is... If I had maybe a Nissa in hand, I might just jam that Colony Garden. Speaking of Nissa, she says hi. Hey Nissa, what's going good? You got that cool Gatewatch symbol on your hand? That's awesome. Hopefully I'll see you in the next couple turns and on my side of the table. Verdant Catacombs revealed. So opponent's on a 4-color cool Lotus Cobra list. I have not played against anything like this. Yes and yes. Sort of Light and Shadow right on time. Oh, you know what this has to be? This has to be anytime I see Nissa, it should take Oath of Nissa should take you off. 4-mana combo with Saheeli Rai. Saheeli combo with that Felidar Guardian. Got there. We got there. Put a got there up in chat. I think we were going to shock here. Play this Light and Shadow. We have to start getting there. Does mean that if we don't draw an untapped land source, we can't play Huntmaster. But if we can't play Huntmaster, we can equip up this Direfleet Daredevil, which I think is going to do a lot of work. Protection from white means this can't get us or block us. So we're expecting, obviously, Saheeli, Felidar Guardian, Restoration Angel is a thing, too. There's the Felidar, so they're probably going to bounce their Oath of Nissa, I think is better. Yeah. So we're looking for a Lightning Bolt. Let's see what they got. Voice doesn't do too much against this deck in general. Yep. So we're going to tick up both forever. Or at least until the first one gets to 4. We might keep this one on 2, I guess. Oh, wow. So we can Vial back Lightning Bolt. That's pretty gasoline. So let's get Colony Garden. Equip here. We'll play around... Oh, I guess this doesn't play around Blood Moon. But, yeah. Okay. Attack in. Gain 3 life. Sweet. Return a creature. Okay, we unfortunately cannot. Pass the turn. So this Eternal Witness was a phenomenal draw. Thank you, Aether Vial. Yeah, up to 1. So we didn't know about that Verdant Catacombs, right? No, they just never played it. Okay, so we did know about that Verdant Catacombs. So the timing for interrupting the combo is that you have to wait for the first. We don't care about that. It's a jump blocker, though. Ooh, Glenalendra, interesting. I think that means we have to bolt Glenalendra. Because they can use any of their mana, which this card's so good in this deck. They can use any mana for any color for Planeswalkers. Conversely, we could bolt face. It's tough. If they have it in hand, we're just dead because it's Glenalendra. 1, 2, 3, Glenalendra. Yeah, so let's bolt face. We could bolt Eternal Witness. I guess we can just wait. We're pretty dead here, though. If they had it last turn, they would have went for it, though. Wow, that's great. So now we don't play Huntmaster. So you got to block with birds. I assume they're not blocking with Glenendra. Whoa! 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can put them to 1. Oh, insane. Okay. Okay. Yep. So it's Violent Old Huntmaster. I guess this immediately flips it, right? So this actually might win the game. So we bolt, snap, bolt them? Yeah. So bolt. I guess we should have done it on their upkeep. So now it's not going to win the game. I think I might have just punted us there. Yeah. For some, I already forgot. So if we do it on the upkeep, I guess they have to. I don't know. I don't know what the best play is there. They just win if they have it. And I think they just win even if we go for it. Because we can only put them to 1 here, because I was planning on flipping this. Ooh, they have it, they have it, they have it. Ah, they don't have it. Interesting. They do have it. So this creates infinite Felidar Guardians. And yeah, we can't do anything about it. So we can snap this in, kill that, and then they sacrifice. But yeah, they just keep going. Okay, opponent got there. So if we had, yeah, the line was to bolt just to get rid of the Felidar Guardian, I guess, but they still win. They still win. Unfortunate. Okay. So Felidar Guardian answers seem good. These seem good too. This is, I suppose, alright. Anger seems, I guess it's fine against them. Doesn't do too much. These are the cards I'm interested in. Light and Shadow was good there. I mean, I guess it's still just fine. I wish we had Remand or something. So, Charter Course, get out. Not doing much for me. Direfleet's fine. What does this actually do? I guess not much. I guess Anger the Gods is good if they're an evolution deck. So we probably want that. So you just go down on these. It really is only good against the Guardian itself. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. But a mere 6. I guess we could shave a Snapcaster. I think I'm going to hedge here. Well, we have turn 1 Aether Vial and an Anger of the Gods eventually. I think we mulligan this. Oh no! This is unfortunate. Unfortunate way to go down. Yeah, we mulligan here. Okay. We'll keep it. Keep that on top. Kind of wish we had kept that first hand. Famous last words. I guess this is going to get a blue-green. Nah, blue-red. So we can cast it 4 drops. Yep. I think we just jam Nissa here. We'll just start accruing a Nissa value and hope that gets us somewhere. Could have added to the board with old Nest Invader. It also ramps us. Maybe that was the line. So I'm unsure how many. I think I'm expecting Unified Will to be one of their only. Okay, so there's Saheeli. So they are also Saheeli. So I like the fact that they jammed Kiki Jiki into the Saheeli Rai deck. I don't know if that's common or not, but I think that's good. So let's plus again. We're going to play Nest Invader. Plus again. Next turn we'll minus. We have double bolt to get rid of the Guardians. I think I would prefer to get rid of the Guardian over Saheeli. I guess let's pop out these graveyards. Okay, so they're just cashing in the Saheeli. For land, for a card draw, don't blame them. I might just keep plussing this Nissa. They have the Guardian here. Evolution, sure. We're just gonna bolt Saheeli. Actually, no. We'll let this resolve. I think this is fine. So Guardian, yep. And now we bolt Saheeli. They have Dispel. They win here. Them's the breaks, but we got it. So we have another bolt. They don't have a Dispel in hand, so we have another bolt for the next Saheeli. I think we minus now that they have Felidar Guardian. Does that do anything? Let's us attack with these two plants. Okay, so we have to languish with this sword in hand if we want to play this Aether Vial. Or we could sacrifice the spawn. I guess we don't. Aether Vial isn't really doing much here. Let's go to combat first. Could have attacked, so I don't think they block here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, let's jam the sword. So they can attack into Nissa if they want. I guess they probably will, because I don't think they're blocking with it. But next turn we can equip a sword onto one of these plants, probably. Spellskite, pretty good. They have Saheeli too. Very good then. Gosh. Well, them's the breaks. I don't know. I mean, Disdainful Stroke, we don't really have a good plan for a deck like that. Like, Disdainful Stroke isn't the counterspell we really want there because they have Eldritch Evolution. We have Lightning Bolt and Snapcaster, and that's usually pretty good. But and we also have Pithing Needle, so like I don't know. We had to take a heavy mulligan there. I don't think we're soft to that combo, but as you can see there, if they have redundancies, which it seems like that version of the deck is built with them, they can get us pretty good. So maybe, you know, if that's a big deck going forward, we should think about stuff. But yeah, like the Sword of Light and Shadow isn't the best there. Even Fire and Ice would have been a little bit. I mean, it allows you to attack through their blockers, but we need more pressure. Like it's not a race so much as it is a race. It is a race, but it's not. This doesn't make it all go that much faster. It makes it go slower, at least from their perspective, and because we're gaining life, not dealing more damage. We'd rather be dealing more damage. But yeah, that was all right. Unfortunate, but let's get back for round 3. Okay, here we are for the final round with Temur Vial. We just got hosed by that freaking deck. I think we keep this. It kind of sucks, but it's got an Aether. It's got all the ingredients for a good hand. It just doesn't have the payoffs. But we have payoffs. We have payoffs to drive. But that freaking Saheeli Faladar Guardian deck just hosed us so bad. So I'm wanting to wipe that taste out of my mouth. We're gonna go Thicket. We're gonna go Thicket into Vial, which is a dead giveaway if anyone's seen the list. I think this is the only deck that plays those 2 cards. But if they haven't seen the list, this is also the most max confusion you can cause. Ooh, right. So back-to-back green-red lands. Back-to-back-to-back, I think, right? Yep. So here we could get in, we could play the Direfleet Daredevil, but this could be Jund. So I'm going to play this as cautiously as possibly. With our plant line. We'll Vial and Daredevil on their next turn, assuming they don't have a discard spell for it. Ooh, okay. Dark Confidant's going to be very good for our opponent here. But the way Daredevil works, if we get to Vial in response to a discard spell or something, we get to cast a discard on their turn, which is pretty nice. Ooh, unfortunate. Well, we could play one and Vial the other one in. I think we do it. Yeah. So, red. Attack in with the Defender Plant token, just to let opponent know that it's bugged. It's good to tell them early in the game, so they're not planning on this not being able to attack. I don't want that to affect the game, is where I'm at, basically. Thoughtseize, sweet. So we get to Thoughtseize them here. I believe. We'll find out. We'll see. I don't know if we actually get to. Probably not. But two Direfleet Daredevils, 4 power first strike is pretty solid against Jund. We get to attack through. Alright, opponent's fetching. Shocking. So Liliana's horrendous here. So let's Vial in Daredevil. Ooh, yeah, because we can't wait for this to resolve. So we're not going to get it anyways. So we won't even get to find out. I don't know what I was on earlier. Daredevil has some niche value though, in getting rid of Thoughtseizes, like making Tarmogoyf smaller. So we can attack through with one of them, not both. Please God be a Tireless Tracker. Okay, this is good too. So we're kind of doing it here. Let's get Forest, and this will get Mountain. And we'll just jam Huntmaster here. Well, I guess let's attack first. Opponent knows we do not have Tireless Tracker in our hand. We just gave that information away for free. So any 4-drop from here on out is amazing. Each one. Dreadbore. Okay, Dreadbore deals with Huntmaster. But it is a sorcery, so it doesn't grow the Goyf. So opponent's staring down the barrel. So they have to use 2 of their mana to kill it, which means they can play another Tarmogoyf or another Dark Confidant, I suppose. Ooh, Pulse. Interesting that they didn't Pulse the Huntmaster. Because I think Huntmaster is just better here. Because we get to flip it and then get rid of Dark Confidant, which maybe that's what they're planning on us doing. I guess they wanted that sweet 2-for-1 value. I kind of forgot that we had 2 out there. So we don't have... I think we do still value 4 drops. Yeah, we'll tick up. Because we have enough mana to play Direfleet, Daredevil. Let's see. Eternal Witness, Daredevil, Thoughtseize. Yeah. So we'll take up to 4. Colony Garden's not bad here. So we're just going to pass. Play Colony Garden. Get our Frio 1. We'll get rid of Dark. Dark Confidant does get the trigger, I suppose, which is not good for us. Ooh, do they have a push or something? They do have a push. Okay. So we don't get to flip the Huntmaster. Well, as it stands, we can weather... They have a Lightning Bolt. Okay. Opponents, I mean, unchecked Dark Confidant's going to win games too. So we need them to flip Bloodbraid Elf next turn, I guess. We have plenty of blockers. Ooh, I wonder if they get greedy and play Bloodbraid Elf here. So Liliana plus Lightning Bolt, they have to minus. Plus is not good. With Aether Vial on 4 and 4 open mana. Yeah. So we'll get rid of one of our Colony Garden tokens. RIP Colony Garden. Doing God's work. Okay, that's good. Good for them, not for us. So Twilight Mire taps for nothing. They can, yeah, might as well attack with both here. Ooh, just Dark Confidant. We can take this hit. I'm not in a hurry to trade because I don't think we can win unless we draw something good here. Okay, so from here on out, it's going to be always nope. So no. Lightning Bolt's good. Lightning Bolt's good. Because we just pass. We're on the opponent's Dark Confidant needs to kill them plan. And I think they attacked with it, so they know it. They know Dark Confidant's doing stuff here. So they got to push so they can get rid of our wolf. It's coming down to it. Unfortunately, we have to reveal blue to them here, because otherwise they wouldn't know it. It's not going to do much, because we're not bringing in any blue cards against them, I don't believe. So you got to push me. Push this wolf, more than likely. So they're not activating. I was actually interested in what I was going to do if I had to block that, but now I don't. We can take... Did we take 6 here? I mean, they're allowing me to block, so I guess I'll force them to push. So they couldn't push and activate Ravine, I guess is where they were at. So now they're going to push. Are they going to wait? No real harm in waiting, I guess. Definitely Daredevil would be so big here, so we get to push them or pulse that Goyf. If we can get rid of this Goyf, we just win the game, I do believe. So Jund, at least these days, I think has a beefy amount of 3 drops, so ooh. Oh, Kolaghan's Command. Should have done it in my upkeep, or my draw step maybe. We'll bolt them. Do not want to redirect. So we can still play any 4-drop we want here. That is not any 4-drop. We don't need 5 mana. If this was blue, I might play it so we could have access to Snapcaster. So they're going to push this here. Or not. They do have a Fatal Push. They revealed it. Yeah, there it is. They're pushing their own Bob. I should have attacked. Oh, dang it. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. I'm sure all you Jund players were like, well, he's going to push his own Bob. But I was not thinking about it. So now they're just -2 on Liliana. And we are... Okay, all right. We have life. We could have put them to 1 there. Treetop Village. Okay, that would have been annoying to have to fight through. Which means they have better cards than Treetop Village, which is not good for us. So we need a Lightning Bolt. There it is. Sometimes you just gotta be lucky. So we should have attacked with our token. We do not want to redirect. All right, so this has to be an amazing, unbeatable matchup. Otherwise, what are we doing, right? Otherwise, what are we doing? We didn't play that up particularly well, and we still stole a weird game. All right, but what's bad? I guess hilariously, I think we do take out the Snapcaster mages. I mean, I guess Finks isn't the best. Just kind of was auto putting Finks in. Nissa's great. Daredevil's great. Aether Vial's great. We could get rid of the sword because of Kolaghan's command, but I think that's just fine. They're going to be priced into getting rid of these as is. I guess Nest Invader doesn't do much. Bolt doesn't do much either, right? Just gets rid of... just basically Dark Confidant. Relic just gets rid of Goyf, which we can just block forever. So maybe we don't even want Relic. This is just pre-boarded. I think we are. Like, Engineer Explosives is good for Goyf. It's our only answer, technically. But the matchup's more about card advantage than I think anything else. And we can grow trackers, loop trackers. I think we're just good. Like, if I was going to sideboard stuff out, it would probably be Lightning Bolt, to be completely honest. And I'd bring in maybe, I don't know, Engineer Explosives, Kitchen Finks. But Liliana, I mean, is just annoying enough that I think we can keep these in. And it's good reach as well. We could also take out Snapcaster, too. We got to mulligan this. Not that it's a bad card, just that we could, if we're bringing in Graveyard Hate. This is an acceptable hand. I don't want to go down much deeper, because it is Jund still. Wow, that being on top is so big here, because if they had a turn 1 Thoughtseize, we still get it. So we're going to lead on Thicket Vial once more. Hope they jam Goyf here. Or sorry. Yeah, Goyf would be great, but hope they jam Dark Confidant so we can bolt it this time. Discard is unfortunate because they get our Nest Invader, I guess, but we don't really... obviously, our entire strategy doesn't hinge around Nest Invader. I'd much rather than play to the board here. Inquisition, okay. So I think they get Nest Invader. It's ramp. The fact that opponent was waiting, and it's a creature, was waiting there makes me think they also have a Thoughtseize, or they definitely have a Dark Confidant or something. So we can play this Wooded Foothills now. I guess I was going to have to decide which land I wanted to fetch, but we drew Stomping Grounds. This can get blue something. If they play something we have to bolt, then I don't know if I want to shock, because life total does matter. Well, there's no way it's... They could have 2 Lilianas, maybe? There's no way it's like Thoughtseize. They would have just slammed that. Ooh, sorry if that was too loud. Abrupt Decay. Okay, that's pretty good for them. I could take out the vials, actually. That might be what I wanted to do, because they have a whole lot of answers for it. Okay, so this is playing out okay. Let's get the breeding pool here. Land. Oh, triple bolt. That's good. So I don't think we'll need to triple bolt next turn, and I also want to conserve my life total. So opponent knows these 3 cards, not this bolt. They didn't know about the ground, but we have to play that. I like how Firelit Thicket gives us sneaky double bolt here. Okay, well, this is good. I don't think there's a black 1-drop. So let's bolt now. I would love to find a tracker of our own. Like, because there's value in waiting to maybe bolt something else, but land. Ugh, gross. Nest Invader, where are you? Okay. Well, opponent's going to start eking ahead here. Huntmaster would have been a very good draw for us. So opponent knows about Bolt and Huntmaster. Just sacrifice the clue. That seems good here. Liliana. All right. So they're going to plus Liliana. I guess they could minus because they know it's going to die more than likely. Okay. Shock for the clue. So let's snap bolt, which means we need red, blue. These filter lands get me freaking every time, dude. I have to be like hyper aware of what I'm doing. So they can have Terminator push to mess with this. Okay. Let this resolve. But we're definitely bolting Liliana. Too good. If Liliana gets to minus at all, ugh, gross. So they know about the bolt in hand, so I don't think... Well, maybe they do. Okay, so they're making us burn our last bolt. Or at least what they assume is our last bolt. Which I will do. So opponent has 1 card in hand. We're about to untap. I guess they're about to have 2 cards in hand. 3 cards with this clue. But we're about to untap and slam Huntmaster. Please no Thoughtseize. Okay, please no Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is insane here. Scoos is not good here. We're going to bolt that. Lightning Bolt has been very good for us. I'm not going to lie. Oh, yes. So we're jamming this. Too much value. But this is a great card to have. So opponent needs to have something in hand or else this gets out of control. Looks like they do. Bloodbraid Elf is a good way for them to crawl back into this. Man, this is just good, clean magic. Am I right? Anyone else with me here? This is fun. Baloth. Baloth's good. Baloth's quite good here. Land is good for us. Yeah, we want this to flip, but we also want to get straight up a value town. So now we're coming through. We can't attack, so we're just going to pass. We're going to wait for them to attempt to remove this tracker before we fetch. So they don't have a removal spell, because I think they would have went for it on my turn. At least not an instant speed one. So Treetop Villages we have to be aware of. Okay, so now if they have a removal spell, they get us here. But they're spending their mana on their turn. And it also means, yep, there it is. We get to play this tapped. Well, no, let's play it untapped. So we have red, red, green, green. So let's get the island, I think. That's insane draw. We're just gonna play it. So we could have waited on the fetch for the tracker, but I don't know. I mean, that was probably correct. We also probably shouldn't have played this land. So now opponent needs to play a spell this turn. I don't want to F6 through my turn. I don't know why I did that. We're going to hold on to this land, actually. Tracker's too good. So here, things get out of control. Opponent, creature. F2. Love on Master of the Fells. Opponent, creature. Boonga Bongo. Colony Garden, not the best here. We get to swing in with these two Ravagers. Treetop Village can eat a wolf, so there's no reason to let that happen. I'm going to hold on to this just for tracker value. I was just thinking about it in my head. Like, if this was a lethal attack, we should jam into it, but we don't have it. All right, Goyf is good here for opponent. I was just thinking about it in my head. If I wanted to maybe not flip the second Huntmaster, just so we can not be stoned to Maelstrom Pulse, but I think that's so narrow. So here they can block. Yeah, I think we have to pass here. Block. I guess block. Take 6, go to 1. So they're at 6 right now because they can't activate this without fetching. Assuming they have a forest. So boom, 6. Block here. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're at 1. If they don't have a forest, I guess I'm okay sacrificing one Ravager here just to put the clock on them. Because their deck is tons of removal, and I'm okay putting a Ravager in the graveyard because we have whatchamacallit for it. So they have to have basic forest, right? Okay. So if they didn't have basic forest, they lose. Treetop Village, sure. Has to block Ravager, or else they're dead. Assuming they don't have a Terminate or something. So we put them to 1. We lose a Ravager. But they need 2 removal spells. Probably should have played Colony Garden there. Yeah, I think we got this. Yep. Alright, so that is gonna be it. This deck did 5-0, as crazy as that may seem. But like, this is one of those decks that when you see it, when you see Colony Garden, when you see Nest Invader, you're like, WTF, mate? What's going on here? But then once you start playing it, like, Colony Garden's not the worst, right? Even in matchups where it's horrendous or it doesn't do anything except for chump, it still does chump. Like, it saved our life against burn. No joke at all. Like, it's kind of a mini, as small as you can get, the smallest possible combo with Aether Vial, and it bought us turns. Like, if these were just forests, I think we lose against burn, and we ended up winning that matchup, and it's a bad matchup. So it gives you minor percentage points against burn, gives you minor percentage points against creature-based matchups, period. And then once we've added in this Nissa and the sword, which might still be better off as another Nissa, don't know yet, have to test. There's even more value to these little duders. And on top of that, we didn't get to do it, but they do also get to trigger Charter Course. So like this deck has a lot of nice little small synergies that I'm a big fan of. And it's definitely, this is a Transformers deck. And by that, I mean, it is more than meets the eye. Every time I've played it so far, I've had a blast. I don't know how competitive it is, but it attacks the meta on an interesting angle. And I think it's, if you have these cards, sleeve them up. They will surprise you. You have, you can grind with the best of them thanks to Tracker, Witness, Huntmaster, P, and Kieran. Like, this package right here is bonkers. It's bonkers. And we have enough value with our 6 quote-unquote Snapcasters, not to mention Sword of Light and Shadow, ideally buying things back. Like, there's some stuff going on here. And I guess all I'm saying is don't dismiss it upon just reading the deck list. This is a legit weird deck, and it's also legit at just Magic. I had a blast with it. So if this looks like it's up your alley, I endorse it. Tier fun stamp of approval. But yeah, we will see you guys back again. This is coming out Monday night. We should have one for you, if not late Tuesday, then on Wednesday, and then we'll have another one for Friday. We might have some bonus videos in between, but I'm jamming out this week on 3 videos minimum, and if we have more, we have more. So here's for 5, but we're definitely getting 3. All right, so thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed this weird list. The sideboard I think needs work. I think Disdainful Stroke is good, and I think it shores up some of the matchups. But maybe we would just rather have Blood Moon. I don't know. But Kitchen Finks is good. Who knows about this package? But it's worth experimenting with for sure. As I said, stamp approval. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you around. All right, bye. Bye, guys.